guys? How y'all doing? Good? Uh, listen, it means everything to be here with Ryan celebrating the women behind Sinners. Zinzi Coogler, Wunmi Mosaku, Jayme Lawson, Autumn Durald Arkapaw, Hannah Beachler, Ruth E. Carter, and Shanika Terry Jennings. This film exists because of them. But right now, I want to talk about Zinzi for a second. You know, there she go. Yeah, I know it's coming. So I ain't gonna embarrass you too much. She's one of those people who doesn't like the spotlight, but she absolutely deserves it. I watched her up close and personal across multiple projects, and what strikes me every time is how she leads: quiet, steady, intentional. You know, she makes sure every single person feels seen. She's gonna be in the back talking her stuff every once in a while, you know what I'm saying, steering the ship every so often, but she makes sure her point is very, very clear. It's rare. And all of that really, really matters. Together with Ryan and Sev Ohaney, she built Proximity Media from the ground up with one goal: tell stories that matter, especially the ones that don't always get told. They came out the gate with Judas and the Black Messiah. Six Oscar nominations, 2 wins. It's not too bad for a first swing. And now Sinners, 16 Academy Award nominations. The most ever for a single film. And none of that happens without Zinzi Coogler. It doesn't happen without her vision, without her leadership, without her love. Nah, go ahead, man, you got it.
Thanks, bro. Oh, shit. Okay. Copy that.
Nah, go ahead, get into it.
I'm sorry, babe. We've been truly blessed that Sinners resonated the way it did with audiences and critics alike. But none of that happens in isolation. It exists because of collaboration, because of trust, community, and because of 7 extraordinary women who poured their artistry into this film. I'll say a little bit more about Zinz later, but I think you already know that she is what she is to our life and our work. She's my partner in every sense of the word. But what I will say is that Wunmi, Jayme, Autumn, Hannah, Ruth, and Shanika, you are family to us. When you spend months on set building something from the ground up, talent matters, but heart matters just as much. And I genuinely love working beside each of you. Wunmi, where you at, Wunmi? You didn't just play Annie, you breathed spirit into her. You gave her layers, gravity, tenderness. You gave her a soul. Jayme, I know where Jayme is. Hey, Jayme. Jayme, you made Pearline luminous. There was a vibrancy and sensuality you brought that felt alive in every frame. And that performance of Pale Pale Moon, it lingers. Autumn, where you? Oh, I see. Hey, Autumn. Autumn, our cinematographer. We pushed boundaries together. We experimented. We took risks. And you helped give Sinners a visual language that feels singular. Something the screen hadn't seen quite seen before. Hannah Beachler, our production designer. Where you at, Hannah? Hannah, you built the Clarksdale that lived in my memory and imagination. You made it tactile, immediate. You made it real. Ruth Carter, our costume designer. Your storytelling through costume continues to be unmatched. You don't just dress characters, you reveal them. And Shanika, our head of hair. Your dedication to honoring history didn't just recreate it, you revived it, you gave it breath. Each of you is a luminary in your own right. Your work radiates. And this recognition is not just deserved, it's necessary. Which brings me to Zinzi. So, I'm married to Zinzi, known her since we was, known her since we were very young. And I first met her I said this wrong the last time I did this, but I first met her in the year 2000. and she was kicking everybody's ass on the track in the 800. She would beat girls by like a lap, you know, and seeing her run, like, you know, she was strong, powerful, really skilled. I had no idea she was as shy as she was. So I'm just giving y'all a warning, man. Zinzi is a real introvert, man. All the introverts stand up, man. If y'all out there, bro, yo, she is, yo, the fact that like, she must really rock with Essence, man. Cause like the fact that she finna come up here and talking a little bit is crazy. But she is brilliant. And she is a phenomenal leader. And I leave for work all the time. I lead in my family. And it's nice to come home and be to somebody who I know I can trust to lead so I can be led. I'll tell y'all a quick story about Zinzi. And y'all should just know, man, that this movie, you know, big credit to her and Sev, our partner, man, but it wouldn't be what it was without her, man. And she did it all pregnant and postpartum, most of it. Like I seen her. She was in every post-production meeting, man. Like holding it down and dealing with all types of stuff, you know. That only I could see. We took the film on the road all over the world while she was out there here. Y'all saw her, man. That wasn't easy, and then it hasn't stopped. You know what I mean? All of this since, you know, our little baby is 7 months old now, and as good as a producer she is, she an even better mom. So to see her do all of this is crazy. But I'm gonna just leave y'all with one insight into her brilliance, man. Like we were dealing with some stuff at home, and two family members were kind of at each other's throats about some things. And I did what I did. I vented for like 40 minutes to her about, you know, who did what and why we got to do this to support who, and she took a deep breath when I got done venting, in her crazy Zinzi way, and she says, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter who's right. What matters is that people know that the other person cares about them. And I had, you know, I'm a writer. I heard a lot of words. I think about words all the time. I lived with this woman for a long time, and I never heard those words put together like that in that context. And I was like, God damn, man, you one of one. And I felt like one of one for bagging her. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So look, yo. Hey. So with all of that, you know, bless all of you, man. I'm gonna throw it to a video package, and then we'll bring up.
Vision changes what we see. Leadership changes what becomes possible. Zinzi Coogler does both. As co-founder of Proximity Media, she champions bold, culturally grounded storytelling.
I feel like one of the luckiest people alive to be a filmmaker and call myself a filmmaker. The craft of filmmaking is communal work, and we do not exist without each other. There were so many hands that needed to be a part of a project in order to get it in front of audiences. That diligence, that dedication, the often blood, sweat, and tears to get something across the finish line, I think it was so fulfilling.
With Sinners, that work deepened. It became collaboration, community, power shared.
Every department had the most elite master in their craft at the helm of their department.
A room filled with extraordinary women. Through the lens of Autumn Durald Arkapaw, every frame carried intention.
I think you always want the space to feel real and heightened and elevated. So Hannah and Ruth are like my right hand, and to do a piece like this with those people that you love and that are your family is a very big deal. It's really an honor.
Hannah Beachler shaped the world itself.
I think that my purpose in the industry hasn't changed, but what it did do was make me understand that was nothing to do with me. It was bigger than me. And I think that's when I really heard the ancestors speaking.
Ruth E. Carter carried history through every stitch.
There's so many layers to storytelling. It's not just clothes. It's character building. It's all of the details that work with what everybody else is doing. And that's what you see with Sinners.
Shanika Terry Jennings grounded every detail in truth.
Listen, working with Zinzi and watching all of these leading ladies is, the word is inspirational. I'm beyond blessed and thankful to even be in a room with these ladies.
On screen, Wunmi Mosaku brought fearless depth.
The role of this industry in the greater picture, I think I see it a bit clearer now because of Sinners. I think like the surreal montage shows so directly where we're from, what we're doing in the present, and where it's going in the future.
Jayme Lawson brought strength and vulnerability in equal measure.
There was a real sense of community and like craftsmanship and generosity and joy. And you just hold on to that for dear life, because if I never get another opportunity like that again, I will be forever grateful that I had this one.
This is what it means to lead with vision, to create space where others can thrive.
I think it's incredible how the audience responded to Sinners and how it seemed to have resonated with people in such a deep way. It's just a complete honor.
It is with the utmost humility and gratitude that we take this opportunity to shine the Luminary Spotlight on just a few of the women who made this story success that this film has been so far.
Please stand to your feet and joining me in welcoming my sisters to the stage. Wunmi Mosaku, Ruth Carter, Jayme Lawson, Autumn Durald Arkapaw, Shanika Terry Jennings, and of course, Zinzi Coogler.
Bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me. Fuck you and all your expectations. I don't even want your congratulations. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises all in your conversation. I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy cause I ain't invite you. Oh, you important, you the moral to the story. You endorsing, motherfucker, I don't even like you. Corrupt a man's heart with a gift. That's how you find out who you
Real tears back there, wow. Ryan, Mike, that was incredibly generous of you both. Thank you, Ryan, I'm gonna get you, really. I'll try not to get too overwhelmed up here. Essence, thank you for this incredible honor. I'm absolutely humbled to share space with all of you in this room tonight, or this afternoon. And to be named among the brilliant women who have received this recognition is such a surprise, and I have so much gratitude. I'm still in the infancy of my career and a student of my collaborators. But I am here today to accept this as my opportunity to thank my community who has championed and poured into me. Ryan, and our business partner, Sev, for the audacious stories we mustered up the bravery to tell. I wouldn't have dared to imagine the life that I walk today could exist for someone like me. My mom is from a remote village in the Philippines and immigrated to Oakland in her 20s. My dad was born in 1931 in the south side of Chicago, and his parents migrated there from Mississippi, not far from where Sinners is set. Because Ryan and I met as teenagers, his parents also helped raise me. And the four of them modeled diligence, focus, empathy, patience, and love for our community. They were all extremely hard workers in humble blue-collar careers, but they saw hope in their children, invested in us, and told us to fly. Our parents were all creative, but because of the time and place they were born, they couldn't explore their artistry, but sacrificed so Ryan and I could. And that opened paths for us and the ability to try. It allowed us to pursue something uncertain, One of the things we wanted to explore in Sinners was the question of who these people might have been if they had been born in a different time. Who would Smoke, Stack, Annie, or Perline be today? To explore that question, I was blessed to work with such powerful storytellers who I stand in front of right now, and artists, including the women I get to share the stage with today. Autumn Durald Arkapaw, Hannah Beachler, Jayme Lawson, Ruth Carter, Shanika Terry Jennings, and Wunmi Mosaku. You are each so incredibly thoughtful, researched, dedicated to telling our stories with respect to the full humanity of our people that is so often denied. To Chase, Carrie, Latanya, it's amazing to be in celebration with all of you. I recognize that this industry can be lonely for us, but today we stand in community that is both deep and wide. There's space for all of us. Space in each lane we operate in. Your future contributions are so necessary. Your brilliance, your beauty, your joy, and optimism is revolutionary. You each mirror for our community to see themselves. You are each a mirror for our community to see themselves. So thank you to everyone who has poured into us in big and small ways. It sustains me, it sustains us and our work, and thank you to the wider community of storytellers who are doing this now. It's up to us to be the protectors of our stories, to keep them from being altered, removed, or rewritten. It is how we stay connected to our ancestors, our elders, and our children. And to the audience who tuned in, thank you for showing up each and every time we dare to tell our stories.
I speak on behalf of all the women behind Sinners when I say what an extraordinary honor it is to stand here today in a room filled with brilliance, excellence, sisterhood, and legacy. To Essence, thank you for the way you continue to uplift, celebrate, and protect Black women. Your platform has long been a space where our stories are not only welcomed, but centered, and we are deeply grateful to be a part of this celebration. Sinners means many things to those of us who made it and to those who experienced it in theaters. At its heart, it's a love letter to our culture, to our ancestors, to the families who raised us, and to the communities that shape us. It reflects the beauty that lives within our resilience, the creativity born from our struggles, and the way our stories continue to carry truth, spirit, and power across generations. This film has truly been the journey of a lifetime for all of us, both behind the camera and in front of it. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, God. And that journey has been guided by the vision, courage, and deep cultural commitment of Zinzi and Ryan Coogler. Their leadership reminds us what it looks like when artists honor their responsibility to community. Their dedication to telling Black stories with care, honesty, and ownership is something that continues to open doors for so many of us. We all know the path for women in this industry is not always easy. And for Black women or women of color, that path can be even steeper. But when we make spaces like this so powerful is that we are reminded we are not walking it alone. Zinzi and Ryan, thank you for your care, trust, your belief, and belief and belief you've shown this incredible group of women, Jayme, Miss Ruth, Hannah, Autumn, Shanika, and myself. Being a part of this creative family has meant more than words can hold. And to Essence, thank you for shining a light not only on our work, but on the community of women gathered in this room. To be recognized here among so many extraordinary women who continue to shape culture, lead with courage, and create space for those coming behind us, it truly means everything.
You all have heard enough from me. I've got 5 nominations and 2 wins with these peer. But I always said I never wanted to be alone in the celebration because it does take a collaboration to make this all possible. We have such a fine group of people up here that are dedicated to their craft. And when you can meet and align and belong together, it makes the magic come to life. And you know, I'm just so proud of each and every one up here today. Can I have my remarks on the teleprompter, please? I was going to segue, but it doesn't look like I can. Yes, Zinzi has led us. You know, she's on set every day. And she's always this voice I can go to when Ryan and Autumn are in their zone. And I feel like I have nowhere to turn. I turn to Zinzi, and she gives me the answer. Shanika, Wunmi, Jayme and Wunmi come into my fitting room, and it's like a transformation. We transform. We talk about the importance of the character. We build it together, and then we present that to camera. Hannah and Autumn, I couldn't have just the most caring collaborators. Hannah, her intellect and her creativity is boundless, and Autumn has such an eye. She'll walk up to me on set and she'll say, you know, I love that costume right there. I'm going to set the camera there. So I couldn't ask for more. I never want to be alone. I was nominated for Malcolm X, and then I was nominated for Amistad, and then I was nominated for Black Panther, and then I was nominated for Wakanda Forever, but I was alone. We are shepherding 16 nominations. That's history, y'all. That's history. And so I'm so proud of the women of Sinners. Thank you.